button with the
Oh, there it
red.
is. Okay.
Yeah, and then and then it pops up, and then I hit the approve. So you're sharing your screen.
Yeah, cool. So on CoinGecko, they have the strategic baskets right here. See,
Yeah.
and you can actually that's the burn address, but each of the strategic baskets are the ones that that's the burn one, are the ones that they're setting up for potentially exchanges to go into.
Really?
Yeah.
So each one of these, what'd you call them?
On CoinGecko, they're just called strategic baskets, which I'm assuming is a name that Atari assigned them.
Okay, so that's just for coins to offer exchanges to get listed.
Yeah, so if we go to Atari's Etherscan, right, and we go look at it by holders, that's like the strategic baskets are the ones that have 200, 271, 239,
Yeah.
405, and that's the top holders right here. Basically, these are the strategic baskets that they get ready for exchanges.
I wonder which one of them. Oh, there's the Phantom Bridge right
Yeah,
there.
there's the Phantom Bridge. They have one for HitBTC, a few for Atari.
Uniswap V2.
Yeah.
And when V3 comes, that's going to help a lot.
Yeah, you can actually you can go to Uniswap and create your own liquidity pool. I don't know if you've messed with this stuff or not at all.
I have, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
familiar with it. So you can stake your Atari to facilitate uh transfers.
Yeah, and you get a percentage of the transactions or whatever.
Right. You make a little margin.
But yeah, the strategic baskets would be what I would guess are for exchanges because, I mean, look at any other token. Go Engine for now. Are you familiar with Engine at all?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I invested in them way early, like ICO time,
You're a
at
lucky man.
3 cents each.
You're a lucky man.
Yeah, but like if you look at their holders of any tokens that are similar, like that's where the largest wallets end up going is, larger exchanges.
Yeah. I think once Atari's ready, I think they'll have no problem getting listed on any exchange they want. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a household name. You look at projects like when Cartesi got added, it was about 80 million market cap on Coinbase. So they add low market cap coins onto Coinbase and BNB.
Yeah.
And these are projects with anonymous founders. And we're talking about Atari. So I think they're not going to have any problem getting listed once they straighten out whatever they're doing right now.
Yeah. Well, and like I said earlier, that jump to what was it, almost 70 cents was
Yeah.
just based on a rumor that it might get listed on a major exchange. Like I'll be honest, I really doubt rumors from major influencers like that because more than likely they're just trying to dump their bags. So I sold some of it at the peak there, and then went back in and bought more at what was it, like 19 cents and then 9 cents when it dipped after that.
Yeah. I keep on lowering my average price too.
Yep.
We need to go up about 700% just to get back to where we were a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Well, it's doable. Like I said, it's a
Yeah.
major name. They're integrating with Polygon for layer 2 now, right? Polygon?
Yeah. Polygon and Phantom. They integrated Polygon and Phantom.
Yeah, and then their partnership with Zedrun. Have you seen Zedrun yet or no?
Yes, I have seen Zed run. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I messed a little bit on it, but there's not. I mean,
So are these
you have to.
NFT horses or
Yeah, correct. So they're
awesome?
NFT horses, and you can like view races, and you own the NFT, and then they have races that like it's like anywhere between $2.64 to I don't know what the highest rate is, but basically you're racing your NFTs, and each NFT has a different set of properties like
Nice.
bloodline and
Oh
like what
my
they're good
god.
at. Yeah,
That's gonna explode. Atari's making the best partnerships ever.
yeah. Well, I
Litecoin
was
Litecoin was a very good partnership because it made their wallet better, in my opinion. And Litecoin actually has people with suits and ties in a corporate office, unlike Bitcoin.
yeah. No, I don't know. We'll see. Because like, I'm not as worried about the wallet as I am about like actual use cases and it being
Yeah,
affordable to use. Because right now you don't want to pay a $30 transaction fee to spend $5 on the
right.
casino.
I played around with the last night. Was it last night they had the Decentraland event?
Mm-hmm. The
I,
yeah Fridays.
yeah, they gave you free $5,000 of free tokens to play,
Mm-hmm.
and it was fun. It really was fun. I live streamed it. People loved it. So once ETH incorporates Optimism, their in-house scaling solution,
Mm-hmm.
there's no token involved with Optimism. It's just the enhancement to Ethereum that's going to make V3 possible. For
Well, that's the same thing with Engine. They're working on their Efinity platform. They actually issued
Yep,
the ERC20 token now, and
yep,
that will move stuff off of the Ethereum chain and on the Efinity chain. Those transactions, I believe, should be free, if I
yeah,
remember correctly.
yep,
So then you'd be able to have things like the Atari token, for example, if they decided to go that way, or if they decide to go Polygon route, like it'll be similar for layer two solutions. You no longer have to deal with the transaction fees associated to Ethereum.
yeah, yeah.
But then when you want to,
It's
yeah,
gonna
but
get a
then
lot
when you,
better real fast.
mhm. But then if you want to like transfer it or whatever, like the final transactions, they can put those on the Ethereum blockchain.
Right, just as the base settlement layer.
Yeah, so like Zed run's a good example, right? You have the
Yeah,
horse races that happen. They don't happen on the Ethereum blockchain. I believe they're on the Polygon blockchain. But then you also have like the NFTs, the horses themselves. That how do I end this race? Oh, it's almost over.
I want to.
Um,
I want to show. It's not the white paper. It's the Atari strategy paper, which was hard to find. Let me share my screen quick. I got a lot of tabs open. 1 second. One thing that I really liked in this paper, it's called the Atari Payment Network Strategy Paper. I don't know if you saw this one, but it goes hand in hand with the white paper. So there's the Atari Token white paper, August 5th, 2020, but then there's also the Atari Payment Network Strategy paper, 2020. And if you
okay.
scroll down, I don't know if you've seen this yet or heard about
No, I
this.
haven't.
Um, the credit card, the Atari credit card. Right here it says one of the most interesting features of the Atari Omni wallet is the ability to make payments with cryptocurrencies through the Atari credit card. In this way, you can use cryptocurrencies with parties that generally only accept fiat currencies. So it will change your crypto into fiat over the air when you're
Okay.
swiping at a store.
Yeah, that's probably one of the major things that Fred was talking about with trying to get on ramps, like fiat on ramps for purchasing Atari. I'm
Yeah.
assuming once they release their wallet, that'll have the option to buy Atari tokens with, your bank account or your credit card or whatever.
Yeah, I love the interface. I love AtariChain.com. It's a really good looking interface. And the token area is also such a great looking interface. And I hope they keep it. And it looks the same on the phone app,
Hmm.
which those of us that have the phone app are extremely lucky because they took it off the Play Store. So I'm certainly not formatting my phone
Right.
because I'll never be able to get the app back, and that's the only way to really get the coins as cheap as possible.
Do you buy them for fiat on the website right now, or what?
No, I send Litecoin to my Atari app
Mhm.
on the phone, and then I log into AtariTokens.com on the website, and then I come here to exchange, and then my Litecoin shows up right here, and I type that in. It shows me how many Atari I'll get. I hit exchange now, and there's a zero fee for that.
Okay.
So that's how I do it. That's how I've been doing it.
Yeah, I've just been buying them at either 1 inch or Uniswap,
Yeah, you're
and
at
I
it.
buy large. I buy large enough amounts that like the fees don't matter too much.
Right, and you're at an advantage because uh, as it currently stands, you cannot withdraw your Atari tokens from the wallet.
I thought there was a way to do it if you go into like settings and enable withdraw.
Mm,
I could be wrong, but I thought I read something along those lines.
After the stream, I'll talk to you about that because that would be nice. I've tried sending a couple of Atari to an external wallet, and weeks later, it still has not gone through. I
Scroll all the way
emailed.
down. Scroll all the way down on your screen real quick.
Well,
Can you see the transactions? No.
this is just the demo
Yeah,
one
yeah.
here. Let me actually log into the real one.
I don't know if I logged in or not. But no, I'm just logged in as guest. But at the bottom of the screen it says staked. I wonder if they're like
Yeah.
working on the. No, it's just examples, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to stop sharing my screen for 1 second so I can log in here. And I do want to see what you're talking about because I would like to transfer them out. This isn't it. Log out. There we go. I'm not a robot. I wish I was sometimes.
Make life easier.
Yeah, it would.
Let me see if I can find the thing that he was talking about. The withdrawals. Okay, so Fine Arts had said the withdraw feature hasn't been enabled. You could either claim or send. So you should be able to send those tokens out to like a wallet.
He said you should be able to send it out to a wallet.
Yeah.
Hmm. 1 second. I got my password written down over here. All right. Got it.
I just sent you a link to the forwarded message from Fine Arts. I don't know if you can click on it to go to the original or not.
1 second. All right, it's not gonna let me log in right now, so I'm not gonna bother with it right now. But let me click on the link you sent me. Where did you send it?
In
Right on the,
Telegram.
on Telegram. Okay. Forwarded from Fine Arts. The withdrawal feature hasn't been enabled. You would use either claim or send. Claim or send.
I don't know if there's that option because, like I said, I don't use the website. I just use my MetaMask directly.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to get them off of my off the Atari wallet and into my Trust wallet or something.
Yeah, Trust
But
Wallet's neat with the amount of features that they have. Same thing with MetaMask.
oh yeah, have you seen the Gira wallet coming to Cardano?
No, I haven't.
They have an awesome feature that I've never seen before that allows users to mint their own tokens inside of the wallet.
Hmm.
So let's say you have a house that's paid off or a car that's paid off. You can notarize or whatever the title, turn it into an NFT, and use it as collateral to borrow crypto or put it on a decentralized marketplace that sells cars or
Well, you
houses.
can you can make NFTs on OpenSea directly. You know that, right?
Yeah, but can you withdraw them to your wallet then?
I believe so, because OpenSea connects directly to your MetaMask, and you can transfer funds between MetaMask and OpenSea back and forth. So I don't see why NFTs would be any different.
Okay, they don't take any sort of percentage or
Was it? Let me see.
because I've looked into NFTs and ways of creating them, and I did run into problems with OpenSea with basically they want you to sell it on OpenSea. They don't want you just coming on there using their platform to create the NFT, withdrawing the NFT, and then selling it somewhere else on a different platform like
Well,
Rarible.
yeah, with OpenSea, it's like you have to transfer it back to the Ethereum chain because I think it runs off of the Polygon or something else.
Yeah, pretty much everything's using Polygon now.
Yeah, but the wallet, like once you connect it, you have to transfer the funds back and forth. So once you let me see. So you go to add funds, or yeah, you can bridge thematic or wrap it. I don't know. I haven't messed with OpenSea too much, but I just know that that's a possibility.
Cool, cool.
And creating NFTs on their website, it's just this link right here. I'm just sending it to you on the private chat on this.
Okay, I see it. I'm clicking create NFTs for free on OpenSea. The first way to make and sell non-fungible tokens for free without paying gas. That's great. Today we're announcing the collection manager on OpenSea, allowing you to create your own NFTs completely for free without paying gas. Selling these NFTs is also gas free. You just have to initialize your OpenSea account once. I'm not sure you're allowed to sell it on different marketplaces. Let's
Well, it's
see.
an ERC 1155 standard,
Yeah,
which should be able to go between.
it should. It should. I'm probably wrong about that.
And I think if I remember right, Engine's the one that created the 1155 standard.
Yeah, Engine's leading the NFT market for sure. So, and they're still quite low market cap compared to a lot of other cryptos.
Yeah, they went up at the peak like a decent amount. I think they hit like $4 at once,
Yeah,
and I should have sold some of them because I had, like I said, I invested back in 2017 at 3 cents per token,
yeah.
and I sold some on the way out to pay for like the initial investment. But
Hey, if we had a crystal ball, we'd be rich already, man. Selling the top
right,
of this market, we dropped. This is like a 90%. It's almost a 90% correction on the market, man.
yeah.
On some coins.
Well, and
Uh,
like the thing that people don't realize that like if it drops 50%, right, it has to go back up by 100% to be back
right.
to where it was at.
Yeah, people do not realize that. So if it drops 80%, which things like what dropped 80, Phantom dropped about 80%. It needs to
I think
go
the
up.
graph dropped a good like 60-70% as well.
Yeah, so
GRT.
if it drops about 80%, you got to go up about 280% just to break a new all-time high. And if you've been in crypto longer than a couple of months, you know that we just keep breaking new all-time highs over and over again. There is these shakeouts that happen every now and then, lots of liquidations, and if you read the news, there's a ton of liquidations right now. Um, this could be another shakeout. It could be what it is before a nice big run up. We got a new stimulus coming in July in the United States. That'll pump the market, I hope. Uh, the interest in crypto has never been higher. My landlord asked me what crypto he should buy. Uh,
Yeah, I had a couple coworkers telling me how they made like 50% more investing in Dogcoin. I'm like, oh, all
uh,
right. If you can't
uh,
pronounce it, you probably shouldn't be investing in it.
I made a smart move. Right before Elon tweeted about Bitcoin that caused the
Hmm.
market to drop, I sold all of my, I converted all of my Ethereum over to Cardano. And then Elon made that tweet, which
And the
made
market tanked.
which
Yeah,
Cardano went up like crazy when Elon made that tweet.
yeah, it was the same thing for me. I didn't convert any of my Ethereum just because I have some of my Ethereum locked away for me to not be tempted to trade with it.
Right.
But I had a couple other tokens, and when he messaged out that like they're with the whole Bitcoin being too energy intensive, I'm like, all right, let's look at like proof of stake coins, and I dumped all of my funds from like pet projects into that, and Matic went up, ADA went up. What were
Yeah.
some of the others? I don't remember, but yeah, like the market dropped by what, like 20-30% that first
A
day,
lot. Yeah.
and my actual assets had gone up. So it's like
Yeah.
50% increase on what would have been if I had left it alone.
Right. So I got lucky that I switched to Cardano, that it went up so much right before the
Hmm.
crash. So it had a nice big leg up before the crash. So it didn't drop as much as the others. As opposed to if Cardano was just still trading at $1 and then we had a crash, we'd be back down to 50 cents.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing with Polygon too, because it's a layer two solution.
Yeah.
A lot
Yeah, but
more companies, a lot more people are switching over to it, like Atari, to be able to process their transactions versus staying on Ethereum, because Ethereum's proof of stake should solve all those problems.
right.
But by the time that comes out, or
Yeah,
until then at least, like there are
who
better
knows?
options.
Who knows when Eve 2.0 will come? But Optimism is supposed to launch in July, along with along with Cardano smart contracts.
Yeah.
They could push that back if they push back things all the time. They just keep pushing it back. But what's going to happen to Matic when Optimism launches?
Well, full on like proof of stake is not going to be on Ethereum anytime soon. Matic, I believe, will continue doing well just because of the fact that like there's so many companies already using it.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
will continue doing well.
And there's more use cases. I've been reading. Matic has been all over this subject lately, explaining that they do have more use cases other than
Hmm.
just scaling.
Yeah.
So I think Matic's going to do very well. It did have a nice. It does run up very nicely because of the gas prices,
Hmm.
and it seems like the last hard fork, was it like the London hard fork or something with
Hmm.
Ethereum? It seems like it broke. Well, I'm a developer. I'm in code a lot. The Uniswap v2 protocol broke during that, which caused some havoc, which caused a lot of the Ethereum price to drop. This was after the Elon tweet. So people associated it with the Elon tweet, but actually a whole lot of problems. And I think this is why Atari's broken right now too, because their smart contract relies on the V2, the V2, I forget what they call it, the V2 protocol. So until they get that fixed, I think that's why ETH is broken.
Well, like I wouldn't say it's broken. Atari looks very similar to how Engine did when it first came out, right? It was slow for like development. There wasn't very much information coming out about it
Right,
because the devs were focused on creating something, focused on getting results out instead of appeasing the audience, right?
right.
So people started dumping Engine, and I mean it went. Uh, do, 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 do.
I'll pull up the
Pull it
engine chart. I'll share my screen. Is if that's what you're pull
Yeah,
up. Matic, USDT, Binance, or no engine.
I would just use CoinMarketCap.
Uh, I like to use TradingView.
They
Uh,
have
can,
a trading view on there.
can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Matic engine dropped quite a bit. We have to back up all the way to the daily chart.
Yeah, so go back to 2017, 2018.
2017, 2018. Let's go to the weekly. And it's not even, it starts at 2019.
Yeah, I think because that's when Binance added it. So if you open up a CoinMarketCap, and then you can click on Trading View there, and it'll show you the candles and stuff. Never mind, the Trading View on there does not go all the way back to that.
It doesn't?
No. Yeah, if you just click on the regular price, when Engine was first released, it was 3 cents. Why do I have that in
Really?
front of me? Hold on a sec. I'm looking at the wrong token.
Yeah, this goes back to 2019 as well. Um, what might work is
Yeah,
ENJ.
if you just go to standard price view instead of trading view on Engine, it'll go back to 2017 November.
Okay. So just this chart here.
Yeah, and then you can click and drag that like blue bar section at the
Yeah.
bottom to make it smaller.
So 3 cents it was.
Yep, it was 3 cents at release. It jumped to I think it was like 30, 40 cents or so, and then there were no like releases for it, and it started like taking huge dips after that.
It says
Um,
what 1 cent right here. November
that might have
6th.
been like the pre-sale or something, because I know that
Yeah.
the actual ICO was at 3 cents.
Yeah, on January 7th,
Yeah,
2018.
yeah.
So,
So the
so
all-time high for it at the time was like 45 cents, right? And
yeah.
then for the longest time, as they're like developing stuff, the the price ranged anywhere between like 15 cents to 6 cents, and people dumped everything that they had at the time, obviously
Yeah.
trying to get out of it for a small profit. Like I kept my Engine up until it hit, I think it was like over $1. I sold some of it, and then at $3 I sold some of it.
Yeah, see here it went up. It went from 1 cent to 44 cents.
Yep.
That's
And
a
that
hell of a
that was
profit.
well, that was at the height of the last market correction.
Right. Right, the ICO bubble.
Yep. So, I mean, Atari might be the same thing, to where like they're working on developing stuff. They obviously had to change a bunch of things because of the fact that Ethereum transactions are too expensive, right? So they're actually tackling issues that are real versus like just
Right.
focusing on throwing stuff out there for people to be excited about. So it might take a while, it might take a month or two, or a year for it to actually like take off. But like once it takes off, look at what December or even January of this year, 13 cents for Engine.
Yeah. I'm looking at between 2018 to the beginning of this year, and we had years to buy this at such a cheap price,
Yep.
around 21 cents, 22 cents, 23 cents as the peak for
Yep.
years. And then just in recent days,
Yeah, from January, what it's 15 cents January 1st, or
uh,
13 cents. And
yeah,
then at the peak it was $4 and something,
yeah,
or yeah, it went up to $4 if I remember right.
yeah, and I'm big on charts. So if I go to BTC dominance, you can see that exactly January 1st,
Hmm.
2021, right here, Bitcoin dominance started dropping like a rock,
Yep.
which is what led to alt season. And now Bitcoin dominance is coming back up a little bit.
Well, that's the
And
thing about Bitcoin. As more serious investors get into crypto, right? They're gonna realize that like, okay, Bitcoin is like that old school car that you can keep in your garage. It's cool to have. It's obviously has some value, but like it's not as comfortable to drive or use as, the newer car that you have out front.
and the company
Right.
that made it is no longer in existence.
Yeah, well,
And
Bitcoin still has a bunch of developers. They're working on smart contracts now, but the fact is Ethereum is so much further ahead. I mean, even Cardano, take any of those projects. You can store value in Cardano or Ethereum just as well as you can store it in Bitcoin. But
right,
you have so many more features like smart contracts, thousands and thousands of app built on each platform.
yeah, and you got projects like Blockstack that are bringing smart contracts to Bitcoin. Just read that 99% of Bitcoin miners signaled support for Taproot, which is great.
Hmm.
And another thing I want to point out here is February 3rd, 2021, is when Ethereum dominance peaked here and then started dropping like a rock. And at this point, February 3rd, 2021, if you look at proof of stake blockchains like VeChain, Tron, Solana, Cardano, they all started pumping as Ethereum dominance dropped.
Tron was another one of those projects that like I was looking at when it was 1/5 of a penny, and I was like, "Oh, this
Yeah,
looks cool," and the guy looks
yeah,
like he's actually active, and I bought in a ton of it, and when it hit 3 cents, which is what, like six? No, at 3 cents, it would have been. I can't math right now.
yeah, dude. If I look back, I try not to because it makes me upset. But I look back at my early purchases in crypto, just like my old records of buying and selling.
Mhm.
And if I would have just my initial purchases way back in the day, if I would have just held on to them, they'd be worth so much today.
Well, that was my goal with my investments is like Tron, Engine, Cardano, XLM, XRP. Like those are all projects that I bought with the goal to hold for at least a year.
Yeah.
But Tron, I bought it at 1/5 of a penny when it hit 15 cents. I sold a chunk of it. When it hit 30 cents, I sold the majority of it. And
Okay.
then it tanked shortly after that because that's when all the YouTubers and influencers were like, everybody needs to buy Tron. And
Yeah.
I'd see these huge like sell orders. Obviously, the influencers dumping their bags.
Right.
So I sold the majority of it and kept some of it. And I mean, even what 4 years after now, it's still up 30x from what I bought it at when it was like first getting
Yeah.
released.
One thing
So
I was bullish on and I bought back in the day last year, a little over a year ago, I bought Aave because I thought it had so much potential. It was such a low market cap. It went up 80,000% in the year.
yeah,
I didn't hold on to it.
you gotta always hold at least a chunk of it. Like what I've always done
Yeah.
is if it doubles, I sell half. The rest of it's just pure profit. Just leave it alone. Don't
Yeah.
touch it.
So if you were to put $10 into Aave last year, you'd have $800,000.
Yep.
That's
And that's the
amazing.
same. That's the same thing with like the token that I was telling you about earlier, the car anomaly.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to pull that up real quick, but
Yeah. Can
they're
you?
right now at sure.
Oh, I think I have to approve your screen here. Yep. There we go.
So right now they're at 4 cents each. You can get it on KuCoin, I believe. Um, there's a couple of exchanges that have it, but they don't have any
KuCoin.
liquidity on Uniswap or anything yet.
KuCoin's my favorite exchange.
Yeah, I like KuCoin.
I think
So
KCS is a good coin to buy for the future.
KCS, yeah, especially at the price right now. I don't remember what it is, but I bought
It,
some of it at like
it's
eight
really
dollars,
low.
and then when it
Yeah.
dropped, I bought some more.
It was almost $20 and now it's down to like 7.
Yeah, so Car Anomaly is actually a really neat project, and it's actually something that's similar to what I was working on. Actually, that's what these three servers are right here. From about 8 years ago, I took them offline. I was working on vehicle information stuff, not on the blockchain at the time, but
Right.
like to provide car buyers with an easier like buying, owning, and selling experience for like used car market, right?
Cool.
So what they're doing is they're implementing blockchain solutions for buying, owning, and selling a car. So you'd be able to create your account, add your VIN number as an NFT to your account, and then like if there's recalls, uh, safety issues, safety concerns, you would be able to get an alert directly to your phone.
Great. Is this
And
on Ethereum?
yes, this is an
Okay.
ERC20 token.
Great.
Um,
Cool.
so they only have 530 million car tokens.
Good. I like a
So
lot of
yeah,
supply.
you're not dealing with quadrillions of supply.
Yeah.
And the team's decent. I've chatted with them on Telegram a little bit. I actually forwarded some of my ideas and plans from like the servers that I have here, the projects that I was working on. And like this partnership right here, NMVTIS, this is the government database for vehicle history reports.
I've heard of that.
This
Yeah.
this is huge because this gives them the ability to generate vehicle history reports and instant use case for their car token, right?
Awesome.
So you can buy car token, have it as credits. I'm assuming that they're planning on doing this eventually. They haven't said that they're going to be allowing car tokens to be spent on it, but like I would assume that that would be the direction that they're going in because it gives an instant use case to car tokens, gives people a reason to buy them and hold them if they're going to be, looking at buying a car, or if they have somebody that's going to be looking at buying a car, they can use their car tokens. That would give the company the ability to buy them back and then use them as rewards or whatever else without having to dip into the low supply that they're going to be keeping for themselves.
Awesome.
Um, they have three different like platforms that they're working on. CarChain, which is the automotive like NFT portion of it.
You got DeFi
Car,
auto loans.
yep, they're working on DeFi auto loans, and then also they're trying to get it to where you can buy cars with cryptocurrency.
Cool. So perhaps these dealerships and stuff can turn their cars into NFTs and sell them.
Yep. I mean, even owners that like, let's say I have a car that I want to create an NFT of, I'd be able to add transactions to their like maintenance and all that other stuff, maintenance
Yeah.
records, and that would be huge for them.
Yeah.
But
NFTs are about to move away from art
mhm.
and they're going to enter finance and just completely rock the system.
Well, and they should NFTs should not just be art, right? You can
No,
do
yeah.
NFTs for anything. I mean, like the vehicle portion is a great example, right? You can assign
Yeah.
like an insurance policy number to that NFT, and if anything happens, you have direct access to it versus trying to dig around in your wallet or your online account to try to find that.
I like that.
But yeah, it's like I said, this one I actually randomly stumbled upon. I was driving through Texas. I was helping a buddy move down to Houston area, and I swear I saw a billboard or some sort of advertisement. I was like, oh, that's a neat name. Completely forgot about it. Got back here. A few days later, I stumbled upon it again, and I was like, "Oh yeah, like I saw this billboard. Let's look into it." And so, like, I started looking into it. And I'm like, "Oh man, this is very similar to the stuff that they were working on."
Y-
Because my original plan was to provide as much free information as you could to the customers, and then sell them the vehicle history report. But then once they pull up the VIN number, for example, if it's like a 2006 Sienna minivan, then you know that that's somebody that has a family, multiple kids. You can start
Right.
building a profile on them and then like offering them other products on top of that. So you could offset the cost of the vehicle history report, make it cheaper, and then offer them other products that they could,
Yeah.
get. But what I love about this one is it's not got a ton of holders.
No. No, it does.
The market cap right now, fully diluted, is
22
22.8
million.
million.
Wow.
And they don't actually have it all in rotation right now because some of those like the holders, the wallets, they're set up, I'm assuming, for liquidity and some other stuff. So they have KuCoin wallet.
Right. So
um
they're not in circulation. They're being used. They're staked.
yeah, so these right here are not being used at all yet. They don't have any kind of plan to burn tokens, but that's totally fine because they don't have a huge supply to begin with. So like I wouldn't suggest burning. I would
Right.
suggest putting them into like a rewards wallet or something along those lines to where they can do giveaways and whatever else.
So you saw a billboard. Was it for this
I want
project?
to I want to say it was a billboard. It was for their company, Carnomaly, because they actually their services are more based around helping connect dealerships and people that are buying cars and helping maintain it and do all that stuff. So like this, their crypto side of it is fairly new. I believe that it just launched. Here, I can tell you exactly when it launched. No, that's not right. I think it just launched like this year. Yeah, March of this year.
I
They
mean,
must.
these new projects is how you make it to 1,000Xers.
Yeah, and I mean,
Atari launched in 2019, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually didn't find out about Atari until later this year. I was reading an article that had mentioned that Engine and Atari had a partnership, and I was like, Atari, like the gaming company. And so I
Yeah.
looked it up, and sure enough.
What I do is I go I call it low cap gem hunting.
Hmm.
I go live on on my channels, and I just go to Coin Market Cap or Coinbase, and I look at market caps under 100 million, and I just click on the projects and I read about them. And
Hmm.
that's where I saw Atari Token first. And when I first saw it, I said, "This isn't the real Atari company." And I clicked on it, and then my second thought was, "This is the real Atari company."
Yep.
And then
Well, and that's
my third thought was obviously I need to buy it. And I first started buying it around 30 cents or something, and it just kept going down since then. So,
yeah. When we stumbled across it, I think it was like between 13 to 18 cents that like we like by we I mean my brothers and I
right.
bought up a ton of it. And
Yeah,
then when it jumped up to like 60 cents because it was some influencer saying that it was going to get on a like a major exchange, I was like, nope, sold half of it.
good,
Sure enough, didn't go
good,
through, dipped, bought more of it. So the majority of the stuff that I have is like the cost of it is minimal.
great, great.
Another great place to hunt is the ICO calendar. If you look through like some of the ongoing projects, upcoming projects, I've heard good things about Centrifuge, but you can find projects that are decent
Yeah.
and keep an eye out for them. Like if you can't get into the ICO or the IDO or whatever, you can keep an eye out for them on Uniswap when they pop up or something along those lines.
Yeah, I'm really bullish on the ICOs that are going to be coming
Hmm.
once the Alonzo hard fork happens in July. I think they're going to do very well, like the Garo wallet.
Yeah,
I got to head out. Thanks for joining me in this stream.
no worries.
I hope you join me again. This was fun.
We'll see. I'm usually like the reason my name is Mr. Zombie is actually because I used to play games and like what was it? Arma 2. We would play the DayZ mod and our base was surrounded and long story short, I ended up putting on like zombie clothes and crawling out of the base and killing the people that had us under siege. But ever since then, I just kept that name because like if I'm not working and if I have time for family, then I have time for family. But like I'm usually
Right.
walking around like a zombie, so I'm like the name stuck. It works. But yeah,
I
good
get it.
talking to you, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll see you again soon. I'll talk to you on Telegram.
Yep, take care.
You too.